Club 40 Audio presents the Rehearsal Club Review, Part 2.
And that's where we stand, Mrs. Minerva. The girls and I need to put on this show, and we need the cash to rent a hall for a couple nights.
Burnie, while I appreciate your motivations and drive, I just don't see how I can ask the ladies for more money. We are already just keeping the dormitory on its feet as it is. I've been petitioning the board for $100 just to get those cracks in the plaster ceiling repaired and a new coat of paint. I really don't see how they will give you at least $300 for a show that won't make a profit and will only run for a couple of nights.
Oh no, Mrs. Minerva, I wouldn't ask for our benefactors to do that. I was just hoping you could use a few contacts to find us the name of a theater we might be able to rent for a few nights inexpensively. We'd only need 3 nights total, 2 for the show and 1 for the dress rehearsal.
Well then, I'll see what I can do. But don't be expecting much. This is the busy season for theatres. You might have to settle for a ladies' auxiliary hall, or, God help us, a moose lodge.
Thank you, Mrs. Minerva.
Now, if you'll be so good as to excuse me, I have to go speak with the chef about tonight's dinner. And I swear, if that man is making macaroni again, I will have him on shanks.
I don't know why you even bothered asking that old crone. Her type always pucker up tighter than a snare drum when there's any talk of money. Except maybe how much you owe them.
I really wasn't asking for the money, Nancy.
Sure, that routine might work on the old ladies, but it sure won't work on me, sister.
All right, you want to play it that way. I've heard about you palling around with Eric Rumpelmeyer, son of the Ice Cream King. Why don't you ask him about it? See if he can give us the money.
Why, I don't have any idea what you were talking about, Miss Burnie. There ain't nothing betwixt Mr. Rumpelmeyer and I, except an air.
Well, maybe you can use some of that air between you to draw a breath or two and ask him for the money.
I'll see what I can do, but Eric and I have only been seeing each other on and off for a few weeks. I doubt he'd be willing to spend that much money on little old me.
Oh, really? Because as I hear it, you and he have been seen together every night for the last week. And twice on Sunday? Why, it's even in the gossip column right here.
It is? I finally made the papers? Let me see.
And take it easy, Scarlett O'Hara. I was just janking your chain.
Oh. Don't do that. It's really not fair.
Now, what about you, Joyce? Any word from your folks?
Yeah, they said no can do on any part of it. Said things are too tight on the farm as it is, and they may have to sell the piano just to keep the animals fed. Wished us luck, though. As if that ever made a difference in the price of a gallon of milk.
Can either of you contribute anything? If I dig into my savings, I can only do about $30.
I can do 20 for sure. I might even be able to throw in another 10 if I get some good tips in the next few nights.
I can do 40. Donald and me together, that is. And that's 100. Well, maybe with Barbara and Jean we can get another $60 to $80. I hope.
Don't expect anything from Jean. She's already told me she's got nothing left. And she may not even be able to make rent this month.
Oh, great. Unless Nancy can squeeze another $160 out of her boyfriend, we're sunk before we even get started.
I could have told you that. In fact, I'm pretty sure I did.
Thank you, Debbie Downer. Oh, dear. We really are going to end up playing the Moose Lodge.
Well, what is it?
Well, good evening, ma'am. My name is Kevin Nelson, and I'm here.
We don't want any. Thank you.
Well, what do you think about that? What's that? I couldn't hear you through the door.
I said we don't want any.
I'm afraid there's been some mistake, ma'am. I'm not here to sell anyone anything. I'm just here to see a young lady about...
Are you? And just who Whom, pray, have you come to see?
I'm here to see Miss Nancy Millhaven.
Aha! I thought as much. Well, Mr.
Nelson. Kevin Nelson. I represent...
I know exactly what you represent, you filthy pervert. I happen to know that Nancy is dating Mr. Eric Rumpelmeyer, and you certainly are not him. Why, you must be nearly twice his age. I'll not have you coming in here trying to corrupt a young, innocent girl, Mr. Kevin Nelson.
I'm afraid you misunderstand. I'm here to make Miss Millhaven a very substantial...
I knew it, you filthy little Effie. Get the shotgun and call the police. We have another pervert on our doorstep.
Shotgun? Hey, lady, I'm only here to do a favor for
I
Miss...
know exactly what kind of favor you have in mind. Police! Police!
Holy cats, lady, you're crazy.
You think I'm crazy? Wait until you meet Betsy.
Judas Priest!
That will teach him.
Barbara, have you found a new number to do yet?
What was wrong with the one I gave you? I know how to play it, and it works great on the banjo.
Yeah, but peeping through the knothole of Grandpa's wooden leg is too silly.
What's wrong with silly? You and Jean are going to do that sappy Little Nell and Ma scene. That thing is a major downer. We'll need something to make the audience feel better after that.
Yeah, but if we do that right afterwards, it will be shifting gears so hard the audience will smell smoke from the transmission.
Well, I guess I could relearn Sweet Betsy from Pike, but that sounds better on a violin or a dulcimer than it does on a banjo.
What about good old Mountain Dew? Or the Orange Blossom Special?
Orange Blossom? Do you want to kill me? That thing is nuts. Besides, that sounds best with a band. Mountain Dew, on the other hand...
Oh, there you are, Nancy. I thought you were going to be out all night with Eric.
Hey, Burnie. Yeah, that was the plan, but Eric's dad's got him all tied up down at the restaurant. Says he wants Eric to learn the ropes because he'll have to take over one day.
Oh, fun. Yuck.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I guess I'm stuck here for the evening. What are you girls doing?
Planning out the acts for a show that's never going to happen.
You know what I like best about you, Joyce? Your eternal optimism.
Oh, speaking of Eric, have you gotten to ask him yet?
Ask him what?
About the money for the show, of course.
Oh, that. No.
Nancy, it's been 2 weeks since I first asked you to talk to him.
I was going to ask him about it this very night, I swear, but I just didn't have the opportunity.
Well, it's not too late. We can still go over to the restaurant and you can ask him there.
Tonight? I mean, I don't know if it's such a good idea to go over there and ask him tonight.
Nancy, I need to have at least half the money ready to go. If we can even find a theater that will rent to us, we're going to need cash on the barrelhead. At least most of it. Or we'll lose the reservation. Most theaters book at least 3 months in advance. Never mind that we're still going to need to write up all the invitations. We gotta get that money now.
Oh, right. But if we're going to go down there, I want to get something to eat as well. I'll take you all out for a little dessert. What do you say?
Wait, you can afford to take us all to dessert at Rumpelmeyer's, but you can't afford to contribute $10 of your own to the fund for the show?
It's not like that at all. Of course I can't afford it, but they know me there. They know I'm Eric's girl, and whatever I order, they write off.
Why didn't you say so before? I've been dying for a banana split all week.
I don't know if that's...
It'll be fine. Come on, girls. Dessert is on me. And they have all kinds of famous people stop in. Usually after the stage lights have gone out and the curtain falls.
Oh, really?
Yes, indeedy. Well, you know, the one time I even saw Marlena Dietrich in here. She'd gotten this treat that was positively powdered with whipped cream. And then there was a
Young lady!
Burnie, I think she's looking at you.
Me?
Yes, you! Who else would I be talking to? Just what do you think you're doing?
Pardon me?
I said, what do you think you're doing? It may be permissible in the circles in which you travel, but in this establishment we do not allow young ladies to enter Rumpelmeyer's while wearing slacks.
I didn't.
Here in Rumpelmeyer's, we have a dress code, and slacks are not a part of it. Young ladies should never wear them in the first place. Do you understand me? Here they are forbidden.
Miss, if you'll just let me.
No excuses, young lady. If we allow you in here wearing slacks, then before long we'd have women coming into Rumpelmeyer's wearing jeans. And I will not have it.
Excuse me, but I'm Eric Rumpelmeyer's girl.
I do not care who you claim to be. I don't know where you kids get off, thinking you can break the rules. We do not allow slacks. They are forbidden.
Please forgive me. I didn't realize you had a strict dress code. But I have a wooden leg, and I'm too embarrassed to wear a skirt.
I suppose we could make an exception, but you'll have to sit in the rear. Would that be all right?
Why, yes, thank you. Sorry to have caused such a disturbance.
Well, things being what they are, I suppose it's all right. This way. Will this be suitable?
Oh, yes, quite. Jean, could you help me with my leg? The hinge seems to be sticking a bit.
Oh, of course, Burnie. Honestly, I don't know why you didn't sue the department store when your leg got cut off by the revolving door.
Pushing.
Our specials tonight include chicken and waffles. And our banana splits are half price.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
And when you have a moment, could you please send someone to the office and tell Eric Rumpelmeyer that his girl Nancy is here and would like to speak with him?
Yes, of course. Absolutely. Your hostess will be with you shortly.
Oh my gosh, Burnie. Where did that come from?
That was brilliant.
Just kind of popped out. I don't know what I was thinking. I never would have said it if I'd taken a moment to think about it. She was just so rude. Everyone was looking. She completely embarrassed me. So I thought I'd return the favor.
Well, you did more than that. She's going to be red-faced for a week.
Nancy, don't mention all that to Eric. I don't want her to really get in trouble on my account. Besides, it'll be more fun to watch her sweat and wonder what you said to him. I think I'll have a hot fudge sundae. But it could never taste as sweet as revenge does.
You really are a little devil, aren't you, Burnie?
Hopefully more than you'll ever know.
Hey, Nancy.
Oh, Eric. How are you, darling?
I'm all right. But what are you doing here? I did tell you I had to work this evening. And who are your friends?
Oh, these are the girls I live with at the rehearsal club. I've told you about them, haven't I? This is Joyce.
Mm-hmm.
And this is Burnie.
Pleasure to meet you, sport.
Jean. And Barbara.
Ladies. Nice to meet you as well. Nancy, I don't have a lot of time. Can we,
Oh, of course. Ladies, will you excuse me? When the waitress comes back, tell her I want a banana split with no nuts and extra fudge. Thanks.
Do you honestly think he's going to fork over the dough?
Never know until we try.
Okay, ladies, are we ready to order?
2 banana splits and 3 hot fudge sundaes. One of the splits with no fudge and extra nuts.
Sounds great. We'll have that up for you in a minute.
No, Barbara. You know Nancy wanted it the other way around. Why would you do something like that?
Nancy didn't wash the community dress last week, and I had to get it dry cleaned before and after I wore it. I figure a little mischief is a small
It's
price,
all arranged,
too.
girls. Eric said he'd be happy to put up the money. Anything we need up to $200.
Just for that, the invitations are going to read Eric Rumpelmeyer presents the Rehearsal Club Review.
Oh no, Eric said to keep his name out of it. He said his father wouldn't even let him put the family name down on his test at college because a bad grade might spoil the brand. He said just say something like, special thanks to Eric R., or something like that in the program. Would be more than enough.
Done!
And here we have 3 hot fudge sundaes,
und 2 banana splits, 1 with extra fudge, and no nuts. Just the way you like it, Miss Nancy.
Thank you, Harold.
Not at all. Make sure your friends know your order better next time. I almost made dreadful mistake and did it the other way around.
You catch everything, Harold. Thanks again.
Well, thank goodness he caught that.
Yeah, I hate nuts. That would have been a waste. Would have had to throw the whole dish out.
Yes, sir. $250. Yes, that's right. Yep, have it right here in cash. All right. Yes, sir, no problem at all. I'll be over that way tomorrow around 6 after I finish. Oh? Tonight? All right, yes, I'll be over. Probably about an hour and a half. Well, it depends on how the trains are running. Oh, wonderful, yes, sir. I'm getting ready to leave right now. I'll see you soon. We did it! We got a space!
Don't tell me. The American Legion Hall.
No, Miss Optimism. We booked the Princess, a theater, a real honest-to-goodness theater with everything we could need to put on a slam-bang extravaganza, guaranteed to get us our own show on CBS, Saturdays at 10, 9 Central.
Now you're being ridiculous.
How much is it going to cost?
$250. That leaves us $50 for invitations and set decorations.
A veritable fortune. It'll make Peter Pan look like a no-sets, no-costume version of Hamlet.
Don't be ridiculous, Joyce. They'd never let someone do Shakespeare nude.
What are you talking about?
No costumes? I mean, they'd at least have to wear black leotards. There has to be some standard of decency.
What? No, you... Never mind. Never mind.
I have to take the money over to him tonight.
Tonight? The sun's going down as we speak. It's going to be pitch black out there in half an hour.
I'll be all right. Nothing to worry about.
Like heck there isn't. You wouldn't catch me going out alone after dark.
Come with me then.
Not me, Burnie. I've been working since 8 o'clock, walking around in heels. And that's not including the journey to the restaurant and back.
I've told you to bring a change of shoes, but will you listen? Oh, no.
The boss won't give me a locker. I'd have no place to put them.
Why does it have to be tonight, Burnie? Can't it wait until tomorrow?
No, it can't. The manager said if we don't get the money in tonight, he couldn't guarantee the reservation. We're still in danger if a big show decides they want the venue at the last minute. But he said he doesn't anticipate that, said they have 3 days at the beginning of the month with nothing scheduled, and the whole rest of the month they're booked. It'll be clear into May before he has any more openings.
I think you should wait until you can talk to Mrs. Minerva. She might have something to say about it.
Oh, what's the point? It's been 3 weeks and that old biddy hasn't so much as made a phone call. I doubt she's going to help us at all.
Besides, Barbara, I can't ask her. She's away this evening. Something about a board meeting. She won't be back until late tonight. Could be 10 o'clock. In which case she'll probably go straight to bed the moment she gets in. Manager said he's leaving the office at 7. I really don't have any time to wait.
I still don't think it's a good idea. Have you forgotten you're walking out into New York City?
I've been out after dark 1,000,000 times. I'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay then, who's going with me? Well, since it's unanimous, I'll go by myself.
Would you do us all a favor and carry the money in your shoe?
My shoe?
Yeah, so that way, if you get mugged, there's a chance he won't get that money.
Oh, don't be such a nervous Nellie. Let's see, this is Beaumont, so 2 blocks down and 1 to the right on Fleet Street. Imagine those girls worrying so much. I mean, sure things happen, but you can't live in fear like that. Okay, Fleet Street. Good. Just another block or so. Fleet Street. That's funny. That's the name of the street in England where... Oh, that's just a story. Stop it, Burnie. You'll scare yourself. What is this guy doing behind me? Oh, no. Well, maybe he just... Oh, God. God, help me. Oh, please show me what to do. Oh, please let someone come around before he...
Okay, lady. You feel that? It's a gun. Let's turn down this corner and make this nice and easy. You got nothing to worry about. Who knows? You might even... What the...
Ding dong, the witch is dead. Witch, old witch, the wicked witch. Sing it high, sing it low. Let them know the wicked witch is dead.
Criminy!
Me, Tarzan, you, Jane.
Help! Help! She's crazy! She's crazy! Help! Police!
Come back, lover boy. I want to play Tarzan.
Now, let's see. The theater should be... Oh, there it is. Signs off. Odd. Now, let's see where's the... box office.
Who is it?
It's Burnie, Mr. Coleman. We spoke on the phone about an hour ago.
Oh, you caught me on the way out.
Oh, really? I thought you weren't going to be leaving until 7. That's half an hour from now.
Yeah, I didn't think you were going to make it. My wife called a half hour ago and said the baby has colic and she wants me to stop at the store and pick up some Broma seltzer.
Oh, well, I understand, but if you knew what I had to go through to get here, I almost got mugged a minute ago.
Was that you I heard screaming just now?
Yes. Why didn't you...
I stuck my head out the back window when I heard the yell, but then it cut off and I figured... Look, Burnie, I'm really sorry. But I need to...
Well, could I at least turn the money over to you now and come back tomorrow and sign the papers? I really need to get this reservation taken care of. I can't run the risk of losing it.
That'll be alright, I guess. I'm the boss of the place anyway. I'll just need to make the needed arrangements in the morning. But you will need to come back to sign the papers. Can't avoid that, I'm afraid.
No problem. No problem at all. Will 5 o'clock be alright?
Say, what are you doing that...
Oh, darn.
Oh, I see. Had the money in your shoe, huh? Very smart.
Thanks. Wish I could take the credit for it, but my roommate told me to do that.
Sounds like a smart kid.
There you go. You can count it.
No, that's quite all right. I'm sure it's all there. Don't want to leave money hanging out just where anyone could see it. You already got attacked. Speaking of which, what way are you going to get home?
I was going to get back on the subway right out from there. It's just a couple blocks back.
Well, I happen to know there's a drugstore down that way. I'll walk you back if I may.
Oh my, that would be wonderful of you. I'd have to admit, I'm a little unnerved. It would be nice to have a gentleman escort me.
Escort you? Nothing. I want you around to protect me. Anyone who's got a set of pipes loud enough for me to hear them in the back office would be handy in case someone tried something. Seems like you scared him off. You must be a pretty tough dame.
Don't worry, mister. I'll protect you. I brought along my 6-gun.
Now I know I'm safe.
Welcome to Lady McBain's authentic English tea room. How many in your... Oh, Nancy, what are you doing here?
I figured with what happened last night, you'd like someone to go over to the Princess Theater, and back to the RC after that.
I would like that. I'm just getting ready to clock out. Hey, Mary, are you good to take over?
Yes, I'm back. Thanks for filling in. I know you normally just do the hat check.
No problem. Okay, Nancy, let me just go clock out and get my coat.
You're braver than I ever could be. If a man stuck a gun in my back, I'd probably just faint dead away.
I thought I might, but then I just felt this burst of energy and anger from deep down inside, and how dare this man try to attack me, ruin my evening, take all our money. This could be our big shot, and now he thinks he's going to take it away from us. Just like that? I just exploded. I don't know. It sounds crazy now. And if I'd had a moment to think about it, I probably wouldn't have done it. I could have gotten shot.
Well, whatever it was that made you do it, it was clearly the right thing.
What's going on here?
The theater's been foreclosed on.
What? That's not possible.
I don't make the decisions, lady. I just put up the sign. Man who owns this joint hasn't paid his rent or taxes for the last year and a half.
But we had a show we were going to put on here.
Not possible, lady. We went to the back office and he doesn't have anything on the ledger. No one's even had a show here for 6 weeks. Just look at the marquee.
This is ridiculous. I just spoke with Mr. Coleman last night.
Oh, you did you? Did he say anything about bugging out?
Well, of course not. He said his baby was ill and he had to get home.
Lady, Mr. Coleman doesn't have no baby. He ain't even got a wife.
This is impossible. Does anyone have his phone number or maybe his home address?
Even if we did, wouldn't do you any good. He bugged out of his apartment. Apparently way behind there, too. Left all of his furniture, took everything else. Left drawers spread out all over the room. No, sir, you're never going to see him again.
But he took our $250 for the show we were going to put on.
He took your money, then he took you for a ride. It's a common tale. Nothing to do. You can tell the police, take them the receipt, tell them to file a report. Maybe if they ever catch him, they can do something for you, but I doubt it. He's probably in Chicago by now.
But we didn't get a receipt. He was leaving.
Chalk it up to experience, I guess. Next time you make sure you get a receipt. You're lucky it was only $250. Could have been a lot worse. Now, if you ladies will excuse me, I have to finish hanging these signs and put the crossbeam up across the doors to keep people out of this place until it gets a new owner.
What are we going to do?
I almost wish I had gotten mugged last night. At least I wouldn't be a sucker today.
The story concludes in Part 3. Be sure to subscribe to Club 40 Audio's YouTube channel to know when the next episode is released. Follow us on Twitter at Club 40 Audio. Be sure to visit us on Facebook. Check out our Tumblr feeds. Consider becoming a patron. And of course, all of our episodes are available to purchase and download at bandcamp.com. That's club40audio.bandcamp.com. The Rehearsal Club Review is a production of Club 40 Audio. All rights reserved.